scrappy friends, I have a fun mixed media layout for you today, and this I made for the Clique Kits blog for their study hall blog post. And basically I just wanted to play around and make a really fun background. So you're gonna watch me make this background, and it's very graphic and just super fun. It's one of my favorites from this year so far. And so I'm just mixing. You see me use some of the Acritonez teal, or it's jade actually, but it's like a teal color. And then I took some white and added that in there, and then now I'm just taking some Dina Wakley, the purple paint, and I mixed it in with the white. Now you're gonna see me just wipe off my brush. I had this left over, and it's a fun combination of the teal and the purple. I actually really like how that turned out, and that's what I do with my paint, with what the leftover paint that I have. So you guys get to see a little sneak of how I use that. And so now I'm just adding some dots. So one thing that I like to do is I kind of find some kind of inspiration at some point, and I use that on various projects. So I was inspired by the flowers in the Bohemian Dreams collection, and they had these little dots in the flowers, and these colors are really similar to some of the colors that are in there. And right now I'm just making a darker. I wanted a color that was similar to that jade or that teal that's already there, but is a little bit lighter and a little bit different, so you get a variation. And so as you can see, I just played around with how much of that other teal that I added, and I'm just gonna make some marks. And this is a little bit of a different color. It's kind of hard to see on here, and some of it is just that my mat really did not work well with that color. It kind of makes everything blend in right now, but when I get rid of this mat and it's just the white, you'll see. And so now I'm gonna add some more purple in here, and I was trying to get a light, like a more mauvier color. And I did, but I ended up adding a little bit more purple because it just, I don't know, it wasn't bright enough for me. So here we go. Here I'm adding some more, and this is just kind of what I do when I play. You know, I'm creating a background, but I'm really just having fun with it. There's no really rhyme or reason except for that I'm just trying to space things out and kind of make them equal throughout for my eye. I mean, it's not rocket science, it's just kind of playing around. And like the amazing and fun thing is if I didn't like it, I could just throw it away or whatever. I don't know, cut it up and use it as different pieces or something. But I really liked how this turned out. I actually liked it so much that I took it and I scanned it, and I'm hoping to save it and maybe use it at some point later for, I don't know, to recreate something. So I do go back in and add some bigger circles with this fine line bottle. And this fine line bottle has black with some airbrush medium. So I used about half and half ish. I like mine a little bit more liquidy, so it might be a little bit more. So here I'm trying to decide if I want to have a background, and I decided that I wanted to matte the background. So I'm going to cut a little bit off of each side. I'm trying not to cut too much off because I really do like the white, and I don't want to get down too much too. But this also, another reason why I like to do this is because this helps sturdy, keeps that background that I just created really sturdy in my page and my albums, because with the mixed media it does kind of buckle just a smidge. It's not too bad, it really isn't. I use the smooth American Crest Smooth cardstock for projects like this because it's nice and smooth, and it's a lot thicker than the textured, though the textured has a different look to it. So I'm looking through the ephemera pieces from Vicky Boutin, which is part of the kit, the Clique Kits Rhapsody main kit. There also is some stuff in the Traveler's Notebook kit as well. And this is just a super, super, super fun collection. It's nice and bright. Vicki Boutin has a lot of bright and big journaling pieces. They're really fun to play with. And they're really fun for layering too. So what I'm doing is I'm deciding that I want to stick some of these frames as layers on the top and the bottom. I don't know. I just wanted something different. So I'm actually going to stitch these as well. So I'm just adding a little bit of tape on the ends of them so that when I go over the cardstock part, there is no tape there. And I only taped in the middle of the layout. So I figured that the stitching that I did at the top and the bottom will help hold it enough with the tape in the middle. I don't foresee it coming undone at all, but it'll be in the page protector if it did happen to do that. So I'm just kind of playing around and figuring out how I want it to look. And so here it is stitched. You can't really see, but I went around around the whole thing. And then where those frames are, I just use a zigzag. So I wanted, it to fun. So I decided to pick on this picture, and I was trying to decide if I wanted a black and white or this, because at this point I'm like, okay, do I want to have matchy colors? What do I want? Do I want a whole bunch of different colors? I'm really thinking about color here. And so I decided that I really want to try to stick with purples and teals, and there's a ton of those in this collection. So I mean, and the kit is just perfect. So I'm cutting all these up because I'm not really sure exactly how I want to layer, but I know that all those little cut apart pieces will be awesome to layer. So I matted that photo, and I picked that photo because it has a little bit more of a blue. My shirt is a little bit more blue than the teal on the background, but there is blue in this collection. So I thought it would help kind of bridge that gap, if you will, and help some of the colors tie together. I really did want to stick with the teal and the purples and maybe some pops of black, but I'm not really sure. And I do use that, I do end up using this piece right here that has dots from the Bohemian Dreams collection. And yeah, so, but in the end, you're not really going to see a whole lot of it because I do end up kind of covering a lot of it up, which is good because it has some coral in it. It has a little bit other colors that I wasn't really planning on using, but that's okay. Sometimes you just got to go with it. And I'm just going to do my classic layering. I will say that I haven't done a whole lot of layouts the past month or so, just with the holidays and doing a lot of December daily. I've been doing a lot of pocket pages and traveler's notebooks. So I did kind of feel rusty with all these layers. You might not have noticed that, but I did decide to take that die cut piece that says love, and I'm going to put it right over top of where my camera is. This is a self-portrait style picture, and I actually took this a while ago. I actually took that when I was trying to take a picture of myself for, I think I used that for my Clique Kits headshot actually, and I've used it for a lot of my other design teams. But I was playing around with trying to use my DSLR, and I just took that shot, and I really love that my bright lipstick is pink and it shows off in the picture, and it's just nice and fun. It's one of those fun photos that, you take, and I can just, play around. And I've really tried to break out and use my camera a lot this year and really focus on taking better photos, taking photos that I really enjoy to use. And that was one of my goals last year for this past year, is to just like really get better pictures, play around more. And I still want to do that. I still didn't use my DSLR as much as I would have liked, but I just think that there are times around here where it's just so dark that I just don't feel like picking it up, because I know that it's going to be a challenge to get an image that I really like, but I do really enjoy every time I pick that up and I use it. I'm never disappointed with what I can create, what I can make out of the photos that I do take. So I don't know why it's one of those things that you just have to remind yourself to keep using it, and then you can keep using it. So at this point, I'm going through the ephemera, and I'm really just trying to do the last bit of the tucking in of layers and trying to figure out what else I want to use. So I just cut this, and I decide to add it up to the top, but I do kind of play around with it because I'm not sure. Do I want it off to the side? Do I want to have it top to bottom? And in the end, I decide to kind of stick with that third part of the layout where the the photo is, and all to the other side. So, and just do like a straight up and down. It's really hard to tell that that's what I'm doing, but that's kind of where I stick most of my embellishments and my cluster type stuff. And I decide not to even have anything stick out on the other side of my photo, on the right side. So I'm just really just trying to pick some black and whites from here, tuck in things that look really fun. And I just really like to tuck things in and layer. I mean, this is just the fun thing. And the really fun thing about getting an ephemera getting so much ephemera in this collection, in this kit, is that you really get the chance to take it and use them as layers, because there's so many that, I mean, I'm not going to use all of those journaling pieces and all those bits on every, that could make tons of layouts. So to use them, so I don't have a big stash, I'm going to use them as layers. I mean, that's really, I think the fun part of it is how can you make it to make these really fun layers. So now I'm working on adding some of these Maggie Holmes gems. I don't use a lot of the rhinestone gems, just a few. And so now I'm almost done with this layout, guys. Like this, it really came together super, super quick towards the end. I did decide to go in and add some of these Dear Lizzie ribbons. I'm really glad I did. I wasn't going to, but then I decided, you know what the heck, let's add these in the layers too. And so I stick some of that coppery rose gold color. Oh my gosh, I love this one. And this just looks so much fun, just tucked in. It looks like it just was meant to be there. Super, super, super fun. So make sure you check out the links below. You can check out the blog post that I wrote up, and I talk a lot about color and how I chose through my colors, and how to use color to the best ability. And then also you can find links to the products that I'm using in the blog post, so that you can head over to Clique Kits. You can use my code Hannah10 and you can get 10% off of any of the add-ons in the Clique Kits store. They do not go toward, the 10% will not go towards a kit if you buy a kit, but it will go towards any of the add-ons. And there is tons of Valentine's Day stuff in there, so make sure you check it out. Also, we got some new enamel dots in there too, so check those out because those will be super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this layout. I absolutely love how it turned out. I love the way the black and white looks with the purple and the teal. And it was super easy to just make this really fun background that it is Hannah, but it looks like it matches right with the collection, right? And the kit. So, I mean, how fun is that? I will see you guys later. I hope you guys have a great scrappy week, and I hope you guys are having a great and happy new year. I'll see you guys later. Bye!